friends, I welcome you all to my another learning video. So today we are going to talk on a very important topic, which is support and resistance. Okay, so today I'll try to explain what is support and resistance. So before getting into the video, let me just tell you I am planning to make this video in three parts because I don't want to make a lengthy video, so that it will be helpful to you even to see it in a better way also, right? So I am planning to make it in three parts. In first part, that is today, I will try to cover all the basics and the theory parts of support and resistance, and in part 2 I will try to cover the practical part, which is I will show the support and resistance on charts. That is, whatever we learn today, I will show that in charts in second part, right? And in third part, I will try to make a live trading based on the support and resistance. Okay, so what all content we are going to cover in this video? That is, I will try to cover what is support and resistance, and then we will see how to draw support and resistance, and then we will see a very important thing, that is what is a weak and a strong support, and what is a weak and strong resistance. Okay, and then we will see few logics behind this support and resistance, how this works and all, right? So let's get into the video. So first, what is a support? A support is a price level at which price increases due to lower supply or higher demand. Okay, and what is a resistance? A resistance is a price level at which a price reduces due to higher supply or lower demand. So what did you understand from this? I guess you would have understand nothing. Okay, it is a simple thing, but still let me just explain this to you. Just keep two things in mind. What is a support? The things that I have the highlighted here, which is price increases. What is a support? A support is a price level at which price increases. How? Due to the lower supply or due to the higher demand. Okay, this is support. Well, we will see this on the board also, how what is support and what is a resistance. We will cover that also. Before that, just keep these things in mind. And what is a resistance? Resistance is a price level. Resistance is a price level at which price reduces due to higher supply or lower demand. So when the price is at support, the price increases, and when the price is at resistance, the price reduces. Okay, so let's get to the board. So now we will see what is the support and resistance. The things that we saw on that PowerPoint, we will see here what is actually the support and resistance. I will try my best to simplify it, right? So before that, let me just make a partition here. Before getting into it, I will just explain this with a example. Example, what would be the example? Example of a man. Okay, now let's say this is a man. Let me just draw a man so that you will understand it in a better way, right? So okay, just a second, let's finish it. Okay, this is a man, and this man is standing at a ground or at a road, for let's say that. Okay, now he is standing here. So at what support is this man standing? Beneath this man, there is a ground or there is a layer, anything that could be. So that is the support. Where this man is standing, that is called a support. That is, just a second. Okay, okay, so where this man is standing, that is called a support. Let me just write it. So this man is standing at a support level. He is using something to stand, right? He is standing at a ground. He is maybe standing anywhere, but the thing that is below his legs, that is called the support. And now let's say what is above this man. This man is standing, right? Below there is a support, and the thing that is above, that could be the sky or anything else, but let's say for example here it is the sky. So here the sky becomes the resistance, right? So a simple example of a man is standing the below his legs, that is a support, and the thing that is above his head, which is the sky, that is the resistance, right? So now I will just draw a support and resistance level to show you a simple way how the support and resistance can be seen. What is a support and resistance, to show you in a simpler way, right? So I just draw a two lines here. Okay, now there is a XYZ stock, for example, right? Let me just say this is a stock. Okay, this is a stock, and this stock has started moving. There is a price movement in every stock, right? So this stock has started its movement. It come like this, and then it fall, and then it just take a little reversal type pull back, and then it again falls, and then it gains its value, and then it again falls, and then it again moves up, and then it again pull back, and then again it goes up, it fall, and then again up. So this is how a price moves, right? And finally it comes here, and then it breaks the support and it falls down. Okay, so what is a support? What did we learn here? What did we learn in the example? What is a resistance? Resistance is at the top, right? So let me just write it over here. Resistance is at its top. So this is a resistance. Okay, now what is a support? Just a second. Yeah, so what is a support? We saw the man is standing and the ground below him is this support, right? So we will write here that this is the support. Okay, so the price, there is a movement in price. This price came here, and then it price went up, and then it fell. Now why did this price fell? Now what the thing that we learned in the PowerPoint, that at a support, let's talk about the support first. At a support is a price level at which price increases due to lower supply or higher demand. So here price moves or the price increases due to the lower supply or the higher demand. So when the price comes to the support, there is a lower supply or high demand. Let me just write it first, and I will explain you what is a supply and demand. So here it is lower supply. Okay, lower supply or higher demand, right? So as per the definition, the support, this support is a price level at which price increases due to lower supply or higher demand, right? So here as we saw, price fell from here, and due to lower supply or higher demand, the price then further moved up, right? So what, this is support. Now what is the resistance? Which as per the definition we saw, resistance is a price level at which the price reduces due to higher supply and demand. Here it is higher supply or lower demand. Okay, right? So this support and resistance both are vice versa. In resistance we see there is a higher supply or lower demand, and support we see there is a lower supply or higher demand, right? So what is supply and demand? For example, if you go to a shop and you are buying something. For example, you are buying a chocolate, a Cadbury chocolate. So today you go to a shop and you ask for a chocolate, Cadbury chocolate, and the shopkeeper says the price of the chocolate is 10 rupee. Okay, so this is a normal price. Today there is no supply or no, everything is normal. Okay, so today you buy the chocolate at price 10. Okay, so tomorrow again you go to the same shop and you say, sir, give me the same chocolate for 10 rupee. But the shopkeeper refuses. He says, no, today I cannot give you the same chocolate for 10 rupees because there is a hike in price, because there is a higher demand. Due to the higher demand, the price level has increased. So now the price is not 10 rupee, the price is 15 rupee. Okay, so you next day you buy the same chocolate for 10 rupee, for 15 rupee. Why? Due to the lower supply or due to the higher demand. Because there is a higher demand of the chocolate, the price of the chocolate increased. Now here same, due to the high demand, just a second, yeah, due to the high demand of the stock, the price has increased, right? Due to the high demand, the price has moving up, right? This is the support, or this is called the high demand. And what is the supply? For example, you go to the same shop for the third day and ask him, sir, give me the chocolate, I am ready to pay you 15 rupees. Now the shopkeeper says, no, the chocolate is not for a sale. Today the price of the chocolate has reduced and the price is only 5 rupee. See, the first day you went, the price was 10 rupee. The next day, due to the higher demand, the price was increased to 15 rupee. And the third day you are going and the price is decreased to 5 rupee. You ask him, sir, why did the price fall? Why there is a fall? Then the shopkeeper says, due to the higher supply and the lower demand. There is the demand of the chocolate has decreased and there is a huge supply of the chocolate, and that's why we have decided to sell this chocolate at a lower price, right? This is called the supply zone, or this is called the higher supply or the lower demand thing, or the resistance. As we see this stock here, there is a stock which has a movement and it went at the resistance, and then due to the higher supply and the lower demand that we saw in the example of the chocolate thing, due to that the price fell from the resistance and then it came to the support, and then it take a support here. So this is called a resistance and support. So basically this resistance and support is supply and demand zones of the market, and so here it is decided whether the price will further move up or the price will further fall down, right? So this is called the support and resistance. I hope I am clear here with this support and resistance. What is support and what is resistance? I have given an example of a common man, and I have given an example of a person buying a chocolate, right? So this is called support and resistance, right? So now we will see how to draw the support and resistance. It is very important. See, we might know what is support and what is resistance, but many of times we draw this in a wronger way, right? We are not able to draw the right support and the right resistance. Okay, so now we will see how to draw the support and resistance. First, there is a XYZ stock. Okay, this is a stock. Okay, so every stock has a movement, as I said earlier. So this stock has started its movement from here. It went like this and it went upside, and then it fell, it started to fall, and then at a certain level it took a support, and then again there was a pullback, again it fell, and then again it moved up, and then it again tried to take a support, and then it again went up, and then again it took a support here, and then it further went up. Okay, so this is a movement of a stock. A stock is moving like this, let's say, like so. The stock started its movement from here, and then it went up, right? So it fell from here. Let's just draw this line, and let's say this is a resistance because this stock has fallen from here. So let's say this is a resistance, right? Just a second. Okay, now this stock took a resistance and then it fell deeper. If we see, there was a support for this stock here. There was a support, right? This area was a support and this area was a resistance, and then the stock price went up and it broke the support and it further fell and made a new low, right? So this was a support. Let's just write it here. This was a support, right? Just a second. Okay, this was a support, and then the price started to fall and made a new low, and then again tried to make a pullback, right? So we can say this could be a support, right? This could be a support. Let's just write it again. This could be a support zone, right? And then the price took a support here, it moved upside, and then at this area it took a resistance, where at this area it took a resistance. So just write it here. It took a resistance, and then again it continued to fall, and then again it took a support at the same level where it took a support earlier. Okay, now it again moved up, and this time it didn't respect the resistance, or it didn't fall from the resistance, and but it made another high, and then here it took a resistance at this level. Now if we go back and if we see, this area was a support area, right? So which was broken earlier. If we see, at the same level the price has reversed. Now let me just say, this is called a resistance. This is a resistance area, right? Now here we said it was a support area, now it became a resistance. Now earlier why it was a support, and now why it is a resistance? See, when a price, see for example, if a price is at this level, the price which is above that level, with this level will act as a support. For example, if a price is here and this above this level, then this level will act as a support because the price is above that level. Now the same level, but here also the same level, but the price is below that level. Whenever the price is below that level, then that level will act as a resistance, right? Here it acted as a support. Now here, because the price was below that, it acted as a resistance. Now the price started took a reversal from here, and it fell, and then it took another U-turn from here. Now if you see this level, we have drawn a resistance here. Now it took a reversal from where? From the older resistance, but it took a support here. Why? Because the price was at a upper level. From upper level the price has fallen, so this area now becomes a support level for this price, and now it took a support from here, and then it took a U-turn, and then if you see the resistance area, let me just extend the line. The resistance area, it broke the resistance, right? It broke the resistance and made a new high. See, it broke a resistance and made a new high, and let's say this could be another resistance now, and from there it fell down again, and this resistance here became a support. Why? Because the price was at upper level. Now the price is at upper level, so this has become a support, and then it took a support and then it again moved up. So this is how a price moves, and this is how we identify the support and resistance area. See, this might look little complicated because maybe because you are a beginner, but this is a simple thing. Let me just explain you in some simple words. Right here it was a support, here it became a resistance, here it became a support again. Why? Because whenever price talk is above the, just now only just focus on this line, just focus on this line, okay, and the price is here and the price is falling, so this will become a support, right? And from here the price moved for downside and again it made a upside, and then whenever it tries to again break that level, then that level acts as a resistance where sellers come in, because earlier here this level broke, this level was broken. Why? Because the sellers came in from that level, because due to the higher supply and less demand, the sellers came in and took the price at a cheaper level, right? But here the price regained its value and now it is trying to recover it, but the sellers again came in and then tried to pull this price down, but it took a support at a lower level, and then it broke the resistance and it made a new high. Why? Because there was a higher demand for the stock, because there was a higher demand for the level. Now just a small example. Now how to draw this level? Because to draw this level after market it is very easy, but during live market, when the market is open, during that time how will you draw these levels? Now just note, I will just take another color. See, for example, now we are at this level, let's say, okay, and it is a live market. Now we are at this level, let me just break this, we are at this level, okay. Now I will just show you how will you identify the resistance, okay. So as we saw, this was the price level, this came here and then the price moved from here, right? Now we are running, our price is running here, right? So now what will become the resistance and support? As said, this is the resistance as we saw earlier, right? But what will be the support now? To identify the support, you have to see backward, you have to see the history. In stock market it is said the history repeats itself. So to identify the support, you have to see backward, you have to see towards the left side. So now we are standing here. What is the left side? Left side is, this is the left side, right? But to identify the support, because the support is at the lower level, so you will see at the bottom, you will see at the bottom where is the nearest support. Again I am saying you have to identify where is the nearest support, okay. So this area the price took support, right? So just draw a line. So this is the support area, okay. Now to identify the resistance, so where will you identify the resistance? Same way you have to look towards the left side, but at the top. Why? Because resistance is formed at the top, right? So you will see this area from where the price broke and it fell, so that will act as a resistance. So this will be the resistance. So in live market you will just simply draw these two lines, which is the nearest resistance and which is the nearest support, okay. So since we are here, let me just take the other color. Since we are standing here, so there could be two possibility now. One, the price will take a resist from here and it will further fall to the support, Okay, now you have, in this area you have to check the formation. Many people say whenever price comes at resistance, just sell it, and whenever price comes at support, just buy it. No, you cannot buy or sell blindly. You have to wait for a confirmation, you have to wait for a formation, right? So here that could be any kind of formation, that could be the candlestick formation, or there could be any type of chart pattern over here, and then it will fall from here. Or the next possibility is it will take and it will resist from here, and it will take a reversal and it will go till the resistance. So these are the two possibilities. So this is how we trade in live market, by drawing the resistance and support. In coming part I will show you in a live trade how to take a trade based on support and resistance. But as of now, just understand how to draw this resistance and support. To draw the support, you have to go to the left side. You have to look towards the left side, left and bottom. Again I am repeating, you have to look at the left and bottom, and you have to draw the nearest support. And to know and to get the resistance level, you have to look at the left side again, towards the left side, but at the top and the nearest resistance. See, there could be number of resistance, so you have to draw the nearest resistance, and that will be your target, right? So this is how we draw support and resistance. So I hope I have tried my best to explain you how to draw this support and resistance, right? So first we saw what is support and what is resistance with example. Now we saw how to draw this support and resistance, and now we will see what is the weak support or what is a strong support. See, the price comes at a support many times, but you should know when to buy that level, when to buy that stock when it is at a support, or when to sell that support. For example, you should know when a price is coming at a support, you should know if this support will be broken or this support will be respected, right? We will draw a support here. For example, this is a support, right? So, and this is a price, okay, and this price is coming here, and it took a support here, and then it again moved up, and then it again took a support, and then it again moved up, and then it is again at this support level. So now what will we do? Whenever the price comes here at first time, whenever the support level, the price visits the support at first level, first times the support is strong. Listen my words very carefully. Here the support is strong because this is a first visit, and first visit the support is not weaker. See, this is, I am talking about the probability. Anything could happen in stock market because market is supreme. This level could be broken the first time also, at the first visit also, but the market most of the time this price tries to take support at this level, at the support level, right? Whenever the price comes here for the first time, it respects this level and it moves again, and again at this level the sellers come in, and then they bring the price below the downside, and the price, it takes a support again. This is a second visit of the support, of the price at the support level, right? And this time also the price is stronger. Two times the price, the support level is strong, but when the price again moves up and then it again comes at the support level, now here comes the play. Now many beginners will see this level, right? They will draw this support level, and they will see the first visit was successful, the price moved up, right, and the second visit was also successful and the price moved up. So they will just imagine, or they will just know that this is the third visit, and for sure the price is going to move up further, right? It is going to move up further, so they will try to buy at this level. See, this level is not a buying level now. Why? Because this is a third visit. The support level is a weak support. The support is strong for the first time, the support is strong for the second time, but when the price visits the support for the third time, it is a weaker support. There is a higher chance that this price will break this level. Now there is a 2 or 3 probabilities that I will share with you here. What can a price do now, right? The price came from here, it is now at a support level. So the first probability could be it will break the level. This is the first probability, it could break the level. Or the second probability, it will just take a U-turn and it will go at the resistance level and it will further move up, right? It will further move up. Or this is the probability number 2. First probability was it will directly break the support, and or it will further move up and then it will break the resistance and it will make a new high. And the third probability, it will just give a short pullback and then it will again break and then it will break. After giving a short pullback, it will break the level. So these are the 3 probabilities when a price comes at a support level. See, I shared the 3 probabilities. At first, the support is the strong. Second, the support is strong. Or third, that support becomes a weak support. There is a high probability that the support will be broken. So this is called a weak support or a strong support. This is how you will identify a weak support and a strong support. You have to be very cautious when a price visits the support level at third time. The price becomes, the stock becomes weak. So you have to wait for a confirmation here. You have to wait for the movement, right movement. You cannot just directly jump in and buy here. You can buy here for the first time. You can buy here for the second visit also. But when there is a third visit, you have to stay cautious and you have to check the price movement, right? So now we will see the weak and the strong resistance. Now we saw what is the weak and a strong support. Now we will see the weak and a strong resistance, right? So resistance is at the top. Just a second, let me just draw a line here. So this is the resistance line, okay, and this is the price, right? And this is price comes here and it falls from here, it goes again second visit, again falls, and again a third visit. So this is just the vice versa of what we saw at the support time, right? So this was the first visit, so this is the strong resistance. This was the second visit, so again this is a strong resistance, and this is the third visit. Now this has become weak, so you have to wait for confirmation. You have to check for any formation at the resistance level. So as just we saw earlier, so whenever the first times price comes to the resistance, you can sell here, right? And the second times whenever the price comes to the resistance, you can again sell here and you can book your profits at the down level, below levels, okay? But when the price comes at the third time, you have to wait and watch. You have to wait for the confirmation how the price moves. So again, as I said earlier, there is a 3 probabilities that market could blast from here upside, or it can again come below and break the support and it will make a new low below, or it will just come take a little pullback and then it will go upside. So these are the 3 probabilities. One, it will break directly. Second, it will fall more and it will make a new low. third it will give a little pullback, and then again it will break the resistance. So this is called how you have to trade with support and resistance. You have to know, you should know this, when a support or when a resistance will be respected, or when that level will be broken. So I hope I have tried my best to explain about the support and resistance. At first we saw, just a small recap, the first we saw what is a support and what is a resistance, what is a supply zone, what is demand zone, and then second we saw how to draw the support and resistance, and the third we saw the weak support and a strong support, how to identify this weak support and strong support, and fourth we saw how to identify this weak resistance and strong resistance. I hope this video was useful. This video was just the basics of the support and resistance. See, you cannot get further, or you cannot just read words without learning ABCD, right? So that's that way you have to learn the basics in stock market before executing it. So many people just make a mistake here. They just directly go into drawing the support and resistance, and they don't focus on all these subjects. So these subjects are very important. You should know how to identify a weak support, you should know how to identify a strong support, you should know how to identify a weak resistance, and you should know how to identify a strong resistance, and you should know where to take entry. You should know how to draw a right support and how to draw a right resistance. I hope this video was useful to you. So that's it for the day. Today we have just focused on the theory part on the board, on this here, and now at the next part we will see a live chart. I will try to explain, I will try to plot all these things on live chart. The support and resistance, the weak support and weak resistance, the strong support and strong resistance, I will try to plot on the charts in the coming part. So I hope this was useful. So just in case if this video was useful to you, please give a like button, so that that will motivate me, and that I will also know that this video was useful to some people. And if you have any doubt, just comment below, or just ping me on Telegram, or I will provide my WhatsApp number also. You can also WhatsApp me, right? So that's it for the day. I will meet you with another video with a new part on the support and resistance. Okay.